Okay, so we're here at Resmed today to talk to Director of Manufacturing, Andrew Cameron. We're going to talk to Andrew today about the employee engagement survey that they've done with Voice Project and some of the great work that they've continued on with following that. Welcome, Andrew.
Thanks very much. Look forward to showing you through the manufacturing and showing you some of the activities that we've done to further enhance the engagement program that's been done to date.
All right, let's do it.
Resmed is a company that is a manufacturer and developer of sleep apnea devices. So we have largely a range of masks, machines and ventilators that we make on site here. We employ in excess of 500 staff here in the manufacturing world, and they're all engaged in the activities around producing all those products. Well, clearly, like any survey that you conduct, there's obviously some challenges. There's a number of questions asked of employees, which they give their time to provide a good answer. And the challenge I had certainly was, with the amount of questions that were there, was finding the 2 or 3 key areas that we thought we could make some adjustments in our manufacturing organisation as a result of that survey. The first challenge for me was how to take that information to a broad audience of 500 plus people. So I went out pretty much straight away as soon as I got the research paper back and the engagement survey back, and looked to see what were the areas that really wanted to focus. And a couple of areas that came up pretty strongly were communication cooperation, employee engagement and career development. So the challenge there was, how do we then take that message to our employees and actively feed that with some solutions over the coming period. So when we do the next survey, we have obviously a better result. I think we use an analogy that the Toyota company that we understand uses, that they look for 75 good ideas per employee per year, if I understand that correctly. And I actually confronted most of my staff and said, what would it look like if I had 75 ideas from you in sort of a year? And it was pretty much, as you're looking at me now, it was like, wow, it's almost too much, I can't handle this. And I said, well, what would it be to have one idea? And they said, oh, that's a snack. So I got more than 500 ideas in 5 minutes. And it was, what am I going to do with all these ideas? This is like gold. I've just been given 500 ideas on a plate of how to make this place better and more enjoyable and more efficient. What am I going to do with this? So immediately my style was to grab the engineers to see that we actually could make a connection with our production staff to say, you guys both need to be working closely together on executing these ideas. So let's bucket those ideas, because of the 500 there might be 200 the same. So I think we had about 300, a little bit over 300 very individual ideas. We worked for a period of 3 or 4 months until we had each and every one of those ideas implemented, which was pretty amazing. And we got some immediate feedback from staff saying, wow, not only did you listen to us, you engaged in us, you took our idea, you implemented our idea, we're better off, the company's better off, when can we give the next idea? And that to us was, wow, here we go. Because I was thinking each month I was going to go out there and look for new ideas. But the thing is self-fulfilling now. I have people giving me ideas just off the cuff. When can we give our next idea? So we've not stopped the floodgates. We put papers up on the wall and said, when you've got your next idea, just go and stick it up on the wall. Make it easy. Don't go sticking it in a computer or telling 5 people in a chain. Just get the pen and write it up. During that period that I described, those many ideas, those 300 ideas that we had, once we'd actually executed all those ideas, the result of that, or the success of that, was that we'd saved something like 20,000 man-hours of otherwise lost productivity. And each of the employees could see the benefit of that, because they weren't reaching anymore to do something, or they weren't doing something that they felt that they had to do because they were told to do it. They were pretty much empowered to take a decision to say, well, how better can we do this stuff? And once they'd done it, the company got the benefit, the employee got the benefit. It just started working for itself. So you heard me talk about continuous improvement. I just want to draw your attention, these coloured circles you're seeing on my wall here, this is pretty much the indication of the activity that's happening per factory. Now, this is only a snapshot, but it's looking at the 3 best ideas per area that our teams actually vote on. Another really important ingredient is that we have our employees vote on the best idea, not me personally. So I thought it'd be great now if we take a little walk through the factory and see some of this live, because obviously the proof of the pudding is seeing all this stuff in action. So let's take a walk. Okay, so here we are in the factory, and I'd just like to draw your attention to a couple of the initiatives around the voice engagement program. Two of the circles here that I referred to earlier focus on the very areas of the business that we actually want to make a difference. So change, innovation, communication, cooperation. A lot of the ideas here are coming from our production staff, and we also provide their suggestions down the bottom here around what other ideas do they have to obviously feed these programs. But what I will take you to is what I referred to earlier, the Continuous Improvement Program. So if you follow me down here, we have a few of our very talented staff here reviewing the Continuous Improvement ideas for the month. So just like to introduce Yvonne McCarthy, our production supervisor. How are you going, Yvonne?
I'm good, Andrew. How are you?
So this is our Continuous Improvement circle. Tell us about this.
Okay, this is our Continuous Improvement in circle. Up here at the moment we have 3 ideas that have come from the floor. From our operators, which is really good. It engages them. They get to have a say in what goes on their floor. They feel very proud to be part of this, and it's a way that they can communicate what works and what doesn't work for them.
So as a visual solution in the factory, how important do you think it is to actually get these ideas up in front of everyone so they can actually see their idea hitting the board and actually getting the improvement idea in place?
Well, it really is important because at the end of the day we have to compete in an open marketplace. They understand that their efficiencies are important, and when they come up with an idea and put it on the board, they are so proud because they think, wow, this is going to help them, but it is going to help their company as well do well.
So from an engagement perspective, I guess what you're saying here is that this is an excellent tool to promote that level of engagement.
Oh, definitely. Oh, no, it definitely is. It's very important for every person within Resmed to feel part of being contributing ideas.
That's excellent, Yvonne. We might ask Sita, our section lead in masks. Hi Sita, how are you?
Good, thank you, Andrew.
So again, looking at the continuous improvement rings, maybe you could just take us, I see you've got 3 ideas here. Just explain the format here. You've got before and after, and obviously the areas that you're trying to eliminate in terms of waste.
Yep. So we actually have a number of operators came up with their ideas, and out of their ideas we chose the best 3, we think. This particular one, which is a foam, reusing the foam packaging, this is actually quite excellent. The operators, as they're working, they realize that we've been scrapping this foam once we don't use them, and we can actually reuse them. So based on that, the engineer had to look into the system itself, and we managed to actually save the foam and reuse them. So that's really good because for each foam we're actually saving about $4.
Right.
So that's about $4,500 a year on saving.
So we might also point out a lot of the ideas here aren't always just around the dollar saving. It's around some of the ideas that obviously to improve the way people are working here at Resmed, to make their lives more easier, more enjoyable.
Yes.
And the knock-on benefit is that we may get efficiency gain, or there might be some cost saving.
Yep.
So in these circles here, we're also seeing, so you've got a before and after picture, and that describes what happened before?
Yes, they used to just throw them away,
Yep.
scrap them, and what we use is we put them back into stock and we reuse it for the next build.
Excellent.
Because they're perfectly good products.
Excellent, great idea.
Nothing wrong about that.
Tell us the next one about the assembly line VSM.
I love this. This is my favorite actually. So with this one, the operators who has been working in this line, they feel that they can actually do it better with 5 people. It's actually, they said it can be more balanced with 5 people. So we engaged the engineers. The engineers came to the line and actually observed, did the time study, did a value stream mapping, lean manufacturing, just look into how everything is planned, and then rearrange a few of the components and then get the operators to try it on. And then we video it, we had a look into how the line flows, and perfect, we can actually do it with 5.
So what you're saying here is the operator gave you the idea, the benefit was obvious, so how engaged the operators now that this idea is in play?
Oh, perfect. They're actually flying away, they love it. For them, they said that it's better for them in terms of keeping up the quality because they can see all the components better, and they have just with less people they can more focus in their work.
Yep.
And also they feel that this is their product. That feeling of owning the product itself and owning what they do has been fantastic for the work.
So we maintain the quality, we keep the volumes and keep our targets, and we've got a highly engaged workforce that are being recognised for ideas. Great idea. Now, I noticed David's just walked up here. David's one of our engineers working in Cita's area. David, maybe you could tell us how important is it to have the engineers and the production operators engaging and working together?
Yeah, it's very important, Andrew. Like the operators, they come to us with a great idea that we might not see because we're not there day to day. Like they're there every day working with products. So some of the ideas like the foam and the packing the bags are quite simple ideas that we as engineers wouldn't pick up ourselves. So when they come to us with these great ideas, it's good to get them involved and get the feedback from them, and hopefully we can actually push forward and actually implement those changes for them.
Excellent. So how important would you say a visual indicator in the factory here to collect ideas, recognise ideas and get them into play? How would you say how's it working?
Yeah, I'd say it's extremely important because it just freshens everyone's memory and just makes sure that they're aware that every day, just to be aware, if you see something that we can improve on, let us know. We can go ahead and make those improvements.
Excellent. Thanks very much, guys. That's great.
Thanks, Andrew.